Okay, so I don't have anybody else to do my instructions. So I'm gonna wing it and do it myself, and we're doing drywall. I don't know how to turn it around. Anyways, we're doing drywall. We're gonna fill in these gaps here. And I'm not very good at it, so yeah, here we go. Here's our supplies at the Reynolds Wrap. We have a Phillips head screwdriver, putty tray, 6-inch putty knife, 10-inch putty knife, and then of course the tape and putty itself. All right, so we are going to move on to the first step here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually, I already didn't put it in here, so I need to fix that, is I'm going to take my putty and my knife, and I'm gonna kind of mix it up a little bit. And then another thing I didn't put on here already is to put the putty in the putty tray. Just a little bit at a time because I'm towards the bottom here. So it's a pain. There's probably a better way to do this, but I don't know what it is. So we are going to take our putty, spread long ways over the crack, and then spread it out a little more. Get a little bit crazy with it here, so it ends up kind of everywhere. It ends up on me, it ends up on the wall, it ends up on the floor, it ends up everywhere. So we're just gonna long ways fill in right here a little bit better. Spread it out a little, which I also think I didn't write down on there. Fill in this gap that I just can't seem to quite get. And cover all that. Then we are going to, where did I put the tape? There it is. Take our tape. And I'm going to start over here in the corner. This is all going to get covered up anyways, so it doesn't matter that that's the ugly end. And you kind of put it centered over the gap. I'm pulling it. Don't pull it. That's a bad thing. You spread it out on here. And I guess another thing that I did not mention on there is it is helpful to have a box cutter or some sort of knife. Cut off your tape. You can rip it, whatever, it works, but better with a knife. And then you will clean the excess putty off of your 6-inch knife and press the tape into the putty so it's flush. Yeah, I actually didn't cut off quite enough over here. And that is our first coat. Okay, so for the second coat, this is one that I already had done previously. You're gonna take your 10-inch putty knife now. Oh, I forgot the instructions. Okay, back with the instructions. Let's see, using 10-inch putty knife, apply a generous coat, centered over the tape, dragging knife flat against the wall, and then remove excess. All right, well, I haven't even done this part yet, but I've seen a lot of it on YouTube, so let's see how this one goes. I'm going to start in the corner over here and just kind of go along. Oh yeah, I'm really not good at this. See, I told you it gets everywhere. Oh, well, don't get too much excess. Go back over this, applying pressure to the bottom part of it. Okay, get rid of that excess right there. I don't want to sand that tomorrow. Apply pressure to the top portion of this. So what I'm just trying to do is smooth this out. I'm doing a rather terrible job of it, so it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Oh yeah, that one's going better. Alright. Hey, not so much excess this time. Alright. Sure. And then over here, I have quite a bit of a spot to fill in. I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in now while I'm here. All right. And that is our second coat. Okay, in case you're wondering what the screwdriver is for, because I totally didn't put it in my instructions, basically you're going to look for any screws that are not flush or below. Take your Phillips head screwdriver and you just kind of give it a little twist so that it's even with the wall. For these, actually, oh, there's another one. That one's good. All right. For these, because again, I'm not good at this, I just use the 6-inch putty knife. And don't need a ton for this because you're just covering some screw holes. But you will take your knife, apply over the screw hole, and wipe off the excess. Apply over the screw hole. Holy crap, that's a lot of excess. Apply over the screw hole, clean it. Screw, clean it. Oh, do it again because I missed. Ah, crap. All right. Clean it. I watched a lot of YouTube to do this. There's guys out there that have them like all on a line and they go straight down them all and wipe it off once, but I'm not that good. So I will add this to my instructions. Oh. Okay. The only thing I have in my house that I need to sand currently is the forgotten hole in the wall. So you take your sanding sponge, nifty difty little doodad here, and you're just going to sand the absolute pants off of it. Oh no, I missed a lot. Until, I mean, I guess I could leave this for like wall texture over here. What do you think? Wall texture, yeah. Sand it down. Make it a little more flush. Well, I'm videoing this particular bit of it, but it is what it is. All by myself here, so you gotta do what you gotta do. And sanding. And this is really tiring, so that's it's better than it was. And yeah, there you go. One thing I would advise is keep all of your tools and junk together, because otherwise it spreads everywhere in the house and it takes you 20 minutes to find it all. That's 20 minutes you could be doing drywall. One more thing I just discovered is if you wet your sanding sponge, there's not so much dust falling off. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do that from now on.